for daily ask Reddit. Girls of Reddit, what is the most obvious sign you gave to a guy and he didn't get it? With my boyfriend, on our first date he didn't give me a kiss and left and I just said, "What? No kiss?" And he just awkwardly laughed and walked away. I thought I blew it or something. Second date he asked me to his apartment. I asked if I could take my pants off since they were uncomfortable and we laid on the bed watching a movie. I had my leg over his body and left leaning in close for a kiss and he didn't kiss me. He finally kissed me when I was about to leave and was in the middle of talking when he did it. LMAO. Once I invited someone to take a bath with me and like 3 weeks later they were like, "Wait, were you flirting with me? Lol." I missed something similar. In college my coworker was giving me a tour of our workstation and we passed the Picasso rug. She said, "Could you imagine being naked in it?" I answered, "It looks filthy." My now fiancé told me he liked me and I told him I wanted to get to know him. We went on a date and at the end of the night we kissed and arranged a second date. I told him later that night that I liked him back. After a few days he messaged me, "But do you mean like as a friend, or do we like each other the same way? I'm sorry but you have to spell it out for me. I don't want to get the wrong impression." After a class in university a girl who I had already pointed out to a friend I thought she was hot came up to me and said, "Your name's so and so, you're in my class. How did you get so smart?" I was stunned, like a deer in headlights. I replied, "I watch a lot of TV." Well, this happened to me as a guy. She was on my bed and looked at me dead in the eye and said, "People tell me I give great blowjobs." And I looked at her straight faced and said, "Nice, good for you." She had the most disappointed face I've ever seen a woman have. I'm a guy, I'll give you one from middle school. 7th grade me, talking to a bunch of kids on the last day of school, including a cute 8th grade girl who I had gym with. As I leave, she yells, "Hey, Jargon 832. I don't have your number." To which I reply, "Yay, I don't have yours either. Bye." I'm going to lie and say I instantly regretted it. Something similar happened to me too. A girl came up to me in 8th grade gym class and asked for my number. But although I quickly recognized her intentions, I felt obligated to reject her because my family was about to move away the following week from the exciting suburb to some dumb redneck town an hour north, and at the time I didn't think LDRs were worth it. Girl I worked with, when I was 18 or 19, ran her finger up and down the button-up shirt seam, where the buttons are, said, "I always wanted to ride in a Mustang. I owned a classic one, 1965, and I was like, oh cool. Yeah, that'd be fun. I can give you a lift home after work if you want." And then I did, and she was all, "You want to come up and watch a movie?" And that's when I hit deep clueless nerd and said I would, but I'm meeting some friends to play D&D. Yeah, peak nerd. Guy here. Sophomore year of college, me and this girl had an economics class where every week we had to take those little 10-question quizzes. One day we are walking out together and she goes, "I found all the answers to the quizzes on Quizlet. I'd send them to you, but I don't have your number." And I said, "Oh, they're on Quizlet, huh?" and walked off towards my next class. Edit. We had been flirting a bit for a few weeks before this, and it was definitely a play for my number. I was just a goober and was entirely oblivious. I had a female acquaintance I got high and watched movies with. She came over in a sheer tank top and no bra. I took no hints and kept my eyes on her face because my mommy taught me not to stare. I think she got fed up because I did not see her again after that. I literally told him, "I think you're cute, we should date," and he didn't even blink. Fast forward 4 years and he texted me if I was serious back then. I said yes. Then he felt like an idiot because he had a huge crush on me too. We are best friends now though, and girls think the subtle signs will work when like this doesn't even have a 100% success rate. That goes for hints about gifts too. "Ooh, that top looks cute," is a random comment. "Ooh, that top would make a nice gift for my birthday next week." A subtle hint. "Ooh, can you get me that top for my birthday next week?" A slightly less subtle hint.